Thank you for watching. This is Mend, the Mass Media Group. And we had a chance to travel. And before I move on, I just want to thank Dr. Ashley Adams and others, and Ife as well, for inviting us to go down to Allensworth for a Juneteenth festival. So we traveled from Oakland, California down to Allensworth, and then after the festival, we had a chance to come back up on the train ride. But when we came back up on the train ride from Allensworth, we had the great opportunity here to hear from one of the descendants of Colonel Allensworth, his great nephew, I believe, Mr. Charles Allensworth. So you're going to be hearing a clip, or seeing, basically hearing a clip from Charles Allensworth, where he did a speech on the train going back up from Allensworth to Oakland. So I just wanted to bring a little context before the video plays. I'm sure you will enjoy it as much as we did. So please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications, and we'll see you next time.
1842, Allen Allensworth, a little boy who lived on a plantation, endured and survived one of the worst forms of human subjugation. He was always curious about what was inside those books. Because of his mother, Allen eventually got to take a look. Despite being enslaved, she encouraged Allen to learn to read, because what is good enough for the master's children was certainly good enough for Allen, yes indeed. She told Allen to play school with little Tommy every day. That's how little Tommy learned to read anyway. But please, Allen, don't get caught. The owner will beat you, then put you on the slave block to be bought. Eventually, Allen learned how to read, and his mother, Phyllis Allensworth, was so proud. Yes, she was indeed. We often speak of many heroes. Allen's mother, Phyllis, was one of our many sheroes. 1863. When the Civil War broke out, Allen escaped behind enemy lines. Finally, he was free and could leave being enslaved behind. Eventually, Allen enrolled in a school to start his education. That is what his mother wanted him to do. Let's fast forward a little bit as Allen continued his journey much better equipped. 1884, Allen eventually became a minister who was ordained to preach. God called on Allen to speak the word and to teach. Because he was a reverend and was free, the Buffalo soldiers needed him to see. They needed a chaplain that looked like them, so Allen applied for the chaplainship, which was open for him. Allen was appointed chaplain in 1886. He served honorably until he retired in 1906. After the pain and dust of war dwindled away, Allen Allensworth dreamed of a town that was owned, managed, and governed by blacks someday. 1908. The town of Allensworth was founded in 1908. It grew and prospered until about 1928. Allensworth's survival depended on the economy and water. Also, the Santa Fe Railroad felt Allensworth no longer mattered. White settlers and ranchers complained about stopping at an all-black town. They threatened the Santa Fe Railroad not to come back, and so the main depot stop was moved a little further up the track. An economy that was hampered by the train that would not stop, a dampered water supply because all those artesian wells dried up. Without the economy and water, Allensworth could not survive. Some families migrated where they could thrive. 1914. In 1914, Allen was run over by a motorcyclist and passed away. I do not agree it was an accident, as they say. I think it was because he was a powerful black leader of his day. 1982. There is now a California state park named after him. They wanted to honor Allen. He shared his vision with them. The history and legacy of Allensworth is kept alive by all who speak on it and take that long, long drive. And then we should all stand on the shoulders of our ancestors. Thank you for listening to my poem. I'm doing this because we're celebrating Juneteenth represents an opportunity for us to reflect and appreciate our ancestors that paved the way for all of us. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your trip.